Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. So,
Yeah, well done.
yeah,
How's
welcome.
work on the
I
phone?
switched to Zoom because I noticed the last recordings were just audio.
As I was about to ask that, the last recording, sir. I'm here to see it.
Yes.
No, wahala, sir. Mm.
So, what you say?
I said, yeah, I was about to ask too that the last recording, that I'm here
Yeah.
to get it. But no, wahala, let's just move on.
So today's zone is going to be video. That's why it's
Video and audio.
to Zoom. Video and audio. Yeah. So we can record our screen
Okay,
basically if
okay, no
there's
problem.
anything we're showing.
Okay,
So,
that's good.
good morning again. Today we'll continue from this morning. We'll continue from where we stopped on Thursday morning. So I didn't ask. Did you
Okay.
try to create a few workflows on your own?
Yeah, I tried. I tried. I just appended one more, two or three more rows to that one that I tried. And I also tried to, I think, access a website, Nigerian Stock Exchange, but it's now not coming up as output. I don't know why.
Mm, no problem. We'll get there when we get
Because there's
to
a table on that website that I actually want to download, but I don't know how to go
okay.
about it. It was just giving me some scripts.
Mm. So for the sake of automation, we need like standard way of getting data. So when we are
Okay.
building our processes, we tend to use places that the data are more structured. So I understand that your websites might carry the table that you want, that Nigerian Stock Exchange. But most times it's often better to connect directly to a database of Nigerian Stock Exchange, if you're with me, and just
Okay.
pull the data. So that way you avoid. So there's this thing we experience in programming. It's how can I explain it? Not sanitization. Yeah. Let me put it that way. Unsanitized input. So if I work with
Mm,
unsanitized input, I'm bound to have problem in my program. So for the sake of keeping
mm,
things bounded, keeping columns
mm.
within like what you expect from the end user, it's better to get your data from a database. So
Yeah.
I will naturally advise against trying to build automation for a process that involves getting data from a table on a website. Not that it's not possible.
Okay.
There's a process for that, but it's
Okay.
advanced and like beyond the scope of this training. So the process is called web automation. So
Okay.
in web automation, you can write bots. It may involve some coding. It might not. Like if you're using UI parts, it will not involve coding.
Mm,
But you need to understand how to use UI parts. So if you use UI parts, you are able to. If you use UI parts, you are able to go to a website, like visit a
mm.
website, read a table, read the data from that table, and perform action based on that. That's without
Okay.
coding. Of course, if you know C coding, you can also code on UI parts. So that's to answer your question.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said today we'll continue with um N8N. We'll be looking at the core concepts. Though we started from Thursday already. We talked about node,
Mm,
we talked about
mm.
workflow. We created a simple workflow
Yeah.
last week Thursday, which is every 2 minutes update an Excel file. And we saw
Okay.
it execute in that
Mm.
session. So today we'll be discussing more on this concept. So if you have any question, you let me know. I would, of course, show you some of like my own anything dashboard, some of the automation I'm working on. So while I'm working on it, you're seeing like a real live demo of what this concept will be discussing. That's fine.
Okay.
Mm.
That's fine.
Let me check it. Yeah. I think I'm still recording. Yes, I'm recording. So I want to share my screen with you.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, you can see it's good. So
Mm.
let me
But I need it expanded so I can see clearly, like full
the
screen.
screen the full screen, okay.
What does it mean?
F11. How about like this?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So this is my N8N dashboard. I have a few what's it called? Workflows. And this is my like major workflow, automation workflow, which is my personal assistant. So I'm going to show you, I mentioned nodes earlier. So what is a node? A node is basically you can look at this from the concept of like a box of code, a set of predetermined or pre-programmed actions, preset actions. So when you look at my workflow at a glance, let me zoom in. So you would see, so it's a very big workflow. So I've seen workflows that are two, three times more denser than this. So depending on what your automation process is, it might not just be A
Mm.
to B like what we did in the first class. This is a sample. Since this training is going to be hands-on, you'll be seeing some of the things you'd be doing in real life cases. So this is a
Okay.
sample workflow. The very first node, the entry node, this is they call it the trigger node. So for this anytime workflow, my trigger node is a Telegram trigger. How do I mean by Telegram trigger? I have Telegram app installed on my system and I have it installed on my phone. So from there, I have a bot.
Okay.
I've created a bot on Telegram. And with that bot, I text on Telegram, hello, can you do this? Let me show you like demo of that too. Personal assistant here. So this is my personal assistant. You can see some of my interactions
So
earlier
the
today.
personal assistant is on Telegrams.
The personal
Is the
assistant,
personal assistant on N8N or on Telegram?
the personal assistant is on anything. So now
Oh,
the
okay.
personal assistant has an entry point,
Okay.
and one of the entry points is the trigger, and the trigger now happens to be Telegram chat.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, by trigger, I mean the way I communicate with the workflow. So this is my workflow.
Mm.
This is what's happening. So when I do that, this is a node. What I'm trying to explain. What's in this node is the Telegram trigger.
Okay.
So when I double click on it, you can see credentials to connect with. So the very first thing is to provide your Telegram account ID. Yeah.
Mm.
When you provide that, do you have a Telegram installed on your device?
I don't have it at all. But I
Okay.
can do that, sir.
It will be part
You mean
of
on
your
the system on my phone?
but it will be part of your assignment after this class. I would assess it as
Okay, I'll do that.
classwork, but it might take time. So you will read as assignment. You install it
Mm.
on your phone and on your system. So I'll show you how to.
Okay.
That's not that I'll show you. You would research on your own how to use Telegram trigger, and you create a workflow. I'll send it to you after this class, the assignment. You create a workflow that will be triggered by Telegram. That will be after this class.
Okay.
But basically,
Okay.
how to do that is when you install your when you start your workflow, you select Telegram trigger and here you provide your credentials. The steps are kind of
Mm.
straightforward. If you don't get it, you can copy it out and paste it on ChatGPT or reach out to me in my free time. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
So this Telegram, yeah, I've been able to set up my own. And whenever I send the chat from this node to this node, so after this first node, you see there's a line connecting it. with this arrow. Let me zoom in. So you can see it's real, it's like a real node. This is a box here. This is a node.
Mm.
This is another node.
Okay.
So this node,
Okay.
I call it code.
Each boxes are called nodes.
Yeah, they are all nodes. They are all nodes. So I'm supposed to name it properly, appropriately. That's best practices. So instead of calling this thing code, what I'm doing here is I'm getting the time, the interaction time from my Python code, using Python code. This is a particular node. So I explained that one of the advantages of N8N is that they have this integration with JavaScript, and of recent they've launched for Python. So you can see one of
Mm.
the nodes inside N8N is called code. And when you use
Oh,
code, you can write JavaScript code or write Python code. So I go to Python code. Since you're not a programmer, to make this easier for you, you can go to ChatGPT and say, this is what I want to do. Write a Python code for it.
okay.
So this is what I want to do on
I'm
N8N.
now
Write a
copying
Python
this.
code for it. You now copy and paste it in this box. So but this is my own code. What it does is it gets the time of execution. So that means when I send my chat, when I trigger this workflow with my chat, hello chatbot or hello agent, personal agent, it goes through this line, gets to this code. I'll execute the workflow for you so you see the live demo. Gets to this code, then see this flow chart here. So it's going to do two different things. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Mm. So for the moment where it triggers that code,
Sorry, the essence of this Telegram trigger
mm,
is for your personal assistant to respond to chat or send messages on Telegram service. Or what's
yes,
the purpose?
it
Okay.
serves two purposes.
So based
If
on this set of rules that you set, that's
yes,
what will guide the personal assistant in sending or
e-
replying those messages, have you?
exactly. That's what a workflow
Okay.
is. That's basically what a workflow is.
Okay.
So I've explained a node. I've shown you examples of nodes. So these are this node one, this
Mm.
node two, this node three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You get. So there are a lot of nodes, but it's the
Mm.
steps that I've written that creates the workflow.
Okay.
Now, if you look closely, I have two separate workflows within my workflow. Is why under my execute workflow here, I can select either from schedule trigger or from Telegram trigger. So I have more than one trigger in my workflow. What does it mean?
Mm.
I can call my personal assistant in more than one way. It's like
Mm.
saying, oh, I can call your name. I can send you chat on WhatsApp. I can. So my first workflow is Telegram trigger. I can chat my personal assistant. My second workflow is schedule trigger. So I know in the morning, I tend to plan myself early in the morning to know my day's task. So I tell my Telegram trigger that my Telegram assistant that every 8 a.m. in the morning, check my to-do list on my to-do list app board.
Mm.
Tell me my lists that are still pending. Send me a mail for the time, like to like remind me for the ones that are pending that are due that day. Send me reminders in let's say 30 minutes time via mail.
Mm.
So I get
Mm.
that in the morning. That's from this other trigger, the scheduled. Once
Okay.
you schedule a particular trigger, it's work. So you see the workflow of this one. So I schedule the trigger. I select a row from a table. Then I run a Python
Mm.
script.
Mm.
So uh as I said, these are nodes, and nodes make up a workflow. A workflow is basically
Okay.
a workflow in a non-technical term will be your process flow. As a personal assistant, what do you do? Okay, let's look at it. I've been triggered by a chat. I showed you my Telegram earlier. What was the chat that I sent? Please provide me with the current content or data stored in my Google Sheet named Postgrad. If there are multiple tabs or sections, please specify. or show the data from all relevant tabs. I would like to review the information available there to stay updated. If I copy that and paste it again as a message, let's look at the response. So I've sent it out 11:28.
Mm,
So it follows the workflow that has responded back, follows that workflow to get this response back. Your Google Sheet
okay.
named postgrad contains the following data: course of study, biomedical engineering, university. So I created a Google Sheet earlier to
Mm,
like track some
mm,
applications that I was making online.
mm,
So on that Google Sheet, this is what I have there. I want to be able to say, okay, oh, I have this application. This is the deadline for this application. What was due? I'm supposed to send mail to a professor. Okay, send a mail to.
mm,
If you give me your email address, and I can tell this bot to send a mail to you to confirm your availability for a meeting tomorrow. We can test it while on this call. So you
okay.
see, it's part of this. Yes, you send a mail to Juice at what's your email address? Ajiboye
I keep waiting for you
for
for
you at Gmail.
2005.
2005.
2005 at gmail.com.
Okay.
Correct. No,
Mm.
okay. It's fine.
Confirming his availability for availability for tomorrow's stand-up meeting holding on Microsoft Teams. So this is a trigger node that is going to go in the background to run the workflow, and you get a mail confirming your
Okay.
availability.
Can I direct it to send like WhatsApp message?
Of course. So I'm currently
Okay.
having trouble sending the mail due to an authorization issue. However, I can help you draft. So I noticed for some reasons,
Mm,
uh, Gmail has been revoking some of my authorization issue. So let's look at it on this
okay.
call. I'm going to look at the execution, and the reason why they're doing that is because I'm hosting it on my own domain name, and
Okay.
it's not like they're the ones. This thing is ID.
I get it.
So let's look at the execution. You see what I just sent and why it did not go. So we both fix it. We both look at how it will be fixed on this call. So you ask if you can get WhatsApp message. Of course, you can. Instead of Telegram, you can use WhatsApp. In fact, I did this
Mm,
project first with WhatsApp, but WhatsApp is expensive. WhatsApp
no.
is not free. Don't put it that way. WhatsApp is not free.
Ah,
Telegram is free.
no.
So to use
As in,
WhatsApp,
it's not free to use on anything.
yes, it's not free to use on anything. If
Okay.
you want to connect your WhatsApp chat to anything, maybe you want to send message to people on WhatsApp, or you chat yourself
Mm,
or chat other people on WhatsApp,
mm,
you need to pay.
okay.
So this is execution. Let me copy to the editor. Look at what happened. So there's this thing they call logs. We look at logs, tell us where something went wrong. So you can see these are prompts. Send email to online waju at ajiboye for you 2005 Gmail. Output, I'm currently having trouble sending the email. Let's look at our workflow. Look at these green lines.
Mm,
If you trace the green line, you used to know how the execution process flow went. Can you see the green lines?
yeah, I can see some green lights. Yeah.
Yeah. So it started from this Telegram trigger, went all the way down
Mm,
to the code, switch, follow the down part. It did not go up. See, this place is gray. This one is green.
Okay.
So it went down. We call the switch. So
Mm,
what was the switch? I added a node called switch, and the switch is checking for two things. If the message coming from Telegram is audio or is text, is it audio? Is it text? If it's audio, it will follow this branch, the upper branch.
okay.
So that's if I send voice instruction instead of text instruction to follow this upper branch. And what the upper branch will do is
Mm,
it will pick that audio, download it from Telegram with this get a file node, send the file to
mm,
ChatGPT's engine, a model in ChatGPT.
mm,
The model will convert the audio and transcribe it to text. Then I'll store it in a
okay.
database. I don't know the reason I'm storing this. I can't remember, but it's storing inside database here. Then it will now send that text to the bot that will undo it. That's the instruction that was given. Unlike voice, since what we sent was text, was via chats, it took the
Mm,
lower
mm,
parts. That's
mm,
why it's green here. So it went through text, sent to the database. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm calling database. I want to be storing the interactions in the database. Or I have been storing the interactions in the
okay.
database. Let me check if I can show you the database on this call. My SQL bench, okay, is open here. So I have a remote database, a remote data, my SQL database on my remote server. This is it. So on that
Mm,
database, as I'm interacting with my chats, but I'm storing it in that database. And what am I storing?
okay.
The time of interaction and the message I'm sending. When it responds to
Okay.
the time of response and the message response. So if we look at my database, let's show databases. Okay, I'm using campaign database. These SQL scripts. So I'm showing tables. No, use campaign. Show tables. So I want to check for my messages. I have conversation, I have execution, I have messages. Select all from. Of course, you don't have to do this depending on your workflow. You don't have to bother about. So you see, so
Mm,
far I have 60 messages in this database between bot and user. See our last message. Message from user.
mm,
Sender user
yeah.
timestamp. Bot's response. I'm currently having
Okay.
trouble sending the email. Time response. So I intend to
Mm,
later for some reason analyze this data. But I'm keeping it for now.
okay.
For now. I might use it later to even train my bot further, but for now I'm keeping it. So what I was trying to explain earlier is this node is selecting from that table.
Okay.
It will pick the conversation ID from the table. Then use conversation ID to update a new message. Since it's a new conversation and the conversation is in the same
Mm,
ID. So if you check, the same conversation ID are shared by these messages because they are coming from the same conversation. It's the same
mm,
bot anyway. So yeah, the text gets to the bot after saving it in database. It gets to the agent, AI agent. So this we're going to see this in action in today's practice. So we see what an AI agent node is. For an AI agent node, this is what you use for building agentic AI. What do I mean by agentic AI? Agentic AI is you telling a robot what to do, and the robot is actually smart. So when I said send a
mm,
mail to Olaniwaju, this was the agent that got the message. See, this is my text. Send a mail to Olaniwaju at Ajiboye, blah, blah, blah. It got to this
mm,
agent. But the agent now looked at his, let's look at our workflow. The agent uses this brain. This is the brain of the agent here. OpenAI chat model. It uses one of these. Yeah, this is the model GPT 4.1 mini. Can say I have access to different models here, depending on what I want to do.
Mm,
These models are designed for, see, audio preview. If I'm sending like someone's audio, if I'm in the marketplace now, there are market women
mm,
speaking Yoruba. I can use some of this GPT
mm.
audio to transcribe Yoruba to English, and my app will tell me what I'm hearing. So an Oyinbo can carry the workflow. An Oyinbo can carry that workflow of listening to Yoruba people in the market, converting it to English, and the app playing it
So
to
they
our real
recognize
thing.
Yoruba language.
Of course, of course they
Mm,
do.
interesting.
My wife worked with Data Science Nigeria for some months, and some of the data she worked with, some of their projects she worked on, involved them building local AI engines,
Mm,
PG, Yoruba, engines that will even translate away and things like that for you with local
are you
context.
serious?
So they just feed it as much
Okay.
data as possible. But all these GPT models, they are more advanced. If you tell them to teach you Yoruba, they will teach you
Okay.
Yoruba even more than who would understand Yoruba.
Wow.
So based on this engine, this brain engine, it was able to now send. You can see there's a part. Let me zoom. When we look at this node together after this explanation, you will see every AI agent node like this has a brain, has a memory, and has a set of toolbox. A toolbox that contains set of tools, I mean. So in
Mm,
this particular agent that I built, we can see the agent has the brain open AI. I've shown you that it has this memory, simple memory. Simple memory is like a very basic memory from anything. You don't need to worry about it. It keeps track of your conversation. Just provide a key, and I use this ID from the earlier node, the earlier node in the workflow to provide that. We'll be seeing that too in the practice. Then, if you look at the tools here, this personal assistant has access to five different tools. It has email tools, task management
mm,
tools, content creation tools, X Suite tools, SMS tools. But what we said was send a mail to Ajiboye. From our prompt,
mm,
it could tell from his brain that, oh, this is my tool, email tool that will be useful. So it's called the email tool. So this is where the error came from, email tool.
mm,
So the query we sent to the AI agent was different. See the query AI agent is sending to our email backend.
mm,
Compose an email to
mm.
Olanrewaju at your email address. Confirming his availability for
Okay.
tomorrow's stand-up meeting on Microsoft Teams. Subject confirmation of availability for tomorrow's stand-up meeting. Body, I Olanrewaju. I hope this message finds you well. So we didn't compose this. It composed this with the hope of sending it to you.
Mm,
So now the
okay.
email to try to send it, and we got an output. I'm currently having trouble sending the email due to an authorization issue. You can see how intelligent this platform is. You don't need to know how to code. You know where your problem is coming from. So you know where the problem of the workflow is
Mm,
coming from, and you know how to
mm,
fix it. So yeah, you are seeing the view sub-execution error. Our execution does not know how to send the email because of authorization issue. What authorization issue? We'll look at it together. So to not clog my email, the workflow for this email tool is somewhere else in my code. We're running out of time. We have just 10 minutes left. I'm saving this session.
okay.
So I wanted to show you should we start recording again? Should we stop the meeting and start
Yes.
again? So we'll record.
Yes.
Okay.
So that